Leo on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback.
Sleep again, they sleep, we wake them up, the champs is in, yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again, We wake them up, the champs is in, champion. We want back ends, wipe.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no...
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and... On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's it. 180.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Gun. Hey. Gun. Do something. Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. Out to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun.
Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game. Including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Newton to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On second down, here's Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Throwing on third down, Newton. Escaping the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
Get up!
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
21. Gun.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. Jones has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll give it to him up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And fights through one man. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
21. 12. 20. 11.
Now it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
20.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Ryan on 2nd down. On the move to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Ryan. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Hey, express! Ready? 22! Left! 20! Gun! Here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Falcons on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Mario Addison in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. On third down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a 2nd and just 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his right. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Newton on first down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it's 3rd and short.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Ryan. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Newton buying time to his left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey.
To throw again. Newton. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Meredith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards there and a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
On first down, Newton. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
2nd and 10, Newton again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Hey.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Gun.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Ryan. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Freeman again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry, what I tell myself.